A nuclear detonation is not a singular event. It is a sequence of escalating hazards. If you are seeing this, you have likely survived the thermal pulse and the blast wave. You are now entering the most lethal phase, for those outside the immediate hypocenter, the fallout. The misconception is that the danger passes once the shockwave settles. This is false. The blast creates the debris. The fallout spreads the death. Fallout is soil and debris vaporized by the fireball, fused with radioactive isotopes, carried into the stratosphere, and returned to Earth as sand-like particles. Your survival in the next 24 hours depends entirely on three factors: time, distance, and shielding. Emotional reactions are irrelevant. Panic consumes oxygen and metabolic energy. Suppress it. You need to operate on calculation. If you are within the blast zone, but alive, you have approximately 15 minutes before the heaviest fallout begins to descend. This is your only window of movement. Do not use it to locate loved ones. Do not use it to gather supplies from exposed areas. Use it to find a protection factor. To survive, you must understand what is killing you. Fallout emits three primary types of ionizing radiation: alpha, beta, and gamma. Alpha particles are heavy. They cannot penetrate skin. They are only dangerous if inhaled or ingested. Beta particles can cause beta burns on the skin, similar to severe sunburns, but penetrate only slightly deeper. Gamma rays are the primary threat in the first 24 hours. They are pure energy, similar to X-rays, but higher frequency. They penetrate walls, roofs, and human tissue. They strip electrons from atoms in your DNA, causing cellular collapse. You cannot see gamma rays. You cannot feel them until the damage is done. The only defense is mass between you and the source. The intensity of radiation is measured in Roentgens or Grays. In the immediate aftermath, levels can exceed 1,000 Roentgens per hour. A dose of 400 to 500 Roentgens over a short period is lethal to 50% of the population without advanced medical care. In a collapse scenario, medical care does not exist. Therefore, 400 Roentgens is a death sentence. Your objective is to reduce your exposure to less than 25 Roentgens over the first day. This requires a shelter with a high protection factor, or PF. A standard residential house offers a PF of roughly 2 to 3. This means if the outside radiation is 1,000 Roentgens, inside it is 330 to 500. You will die in that house. You need a PF of at least 40, ideally 100 or higher. Materials matter. Shielding is based on having thickness, the amount of material required to cut radiation intensity by 50%. Packed earth, 3.6 inches. Concrete, 2.4 inches. Steel, 0.7 inches. Lead, 0.4 inches. Wood and drywall are negligible. If you do not have a bunker, you must improvise immediately. Go to the center of the building or the basement. The goal is to put as much mass between you and the roof and you and the walls. Fallout settles on roofs and ground. In a basement, stay in the corner where the ground level is highest outside, or ideally, construct an inner core. Drag heavy furniture, books, mattresses, and water containers to form a small, dense enclosure. Water is an excellent shield. Stacking cases of water around your resting area absorbs gamma radiation. If you are in a high-rise, do not go to the top floor. The roof collects fallout. Do not stay on the ground floor. Fallout piles against the building. Go to the middle section, floors 10 through 20 in a 30-story building. This uses the building's own structure as a buffer distance from the source. If you are outside during the blast or transit, you are contaminated. You are a radioactive emitter. You must decontaminate before entering your safe zone, or you will contaminate the enclosure. Strip all clothing. 90% of radioactive particles are trapped in the fabric. Do not pull shirts over your head. Cut them off to avoid inhaling dust. Seal the clothing in a plastic bag and remove it from the shelter area. Wash your body with soap and water. Do not scrub. Scrubbing causes microabrasions, allowing isotopes to enter the bloodstream directly. If water is scarce, wipe skin with a damp cloth, folding the cloth to a clean side after every wipe. Air supply is the next concern. You cannot seal a room airtight. You will suffocate. You need to filter the incoming air. Fallout is particulate matter. It is dust. It behaves like dust. Seal windows and doors with duct tape and plastic sheeting to stop drafts. This is not to stop the radiation. It is to stop the dust carrying the radiation. If you have an HVAC system, shut it down immediately. It will pump fallout into the structure. Breathing through an N95 mask or even layers of dense cotton significantly reduces the inhalation of alpha and beta particles. Internal exposure is invariably fatal because the source irradiates your organs from zero distance continuously. Once sheltered, you wait. The physics of nuclear decay follows the 7 to 10 rule. For every 7-fold increase in time after the detonation, there is a 10-fold decrease in the radiation rate. Let's calculate this. Hour 1, radiation is at peak intensity, 100%. Hour 7, radiation has decayed to 10%. Hour 49, 7 times 7 hours, roughly 2 days, radiation is at 1%. Hour 343, roughly 2 weeks, radiation is at 0.1%. This makes the first 24 hours the absolute critical threshold. Leaving your shelter at hour 4 to scavenge is mathematically suicidal. Leaving at hour 24 is dangerous, but survivable. Leaving at hour 48 is safer. During this 24-hour period, do not eat or drink anything that was not in a sealed container. Fallout dust is microscopic. It coats everything. An apple left on a table is now poison. A water bottle with a screw cap is safe, provided you wipe the bottle down before opening it. Do not boil water to remove radiation. Boiling kills bacteria. It does not remove radioactive isotopes. Distillation or reverse osmosis are the only ways to remove isotopes from water, but you likely lack the equipment. Rely solely on pre-sealed water. You must monitor your physiological condition and that of those around you. Differentiate between anxiety and ARS. ARS manifests in stages. The prodromal stage occurs within hours of exposure. Symptoms: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Time to onset is the diagnostic tool. Vomiting within 1 hour suggests a dose of 600 Roentgens plus. Survival is unlikely. Vomiting within 2 to 4 hours suggests 200 to 400 Roentgens. Survival is possible with shelter and fluids. No vomiting within 24 hours suggests a dose below 100 Roentgens. Survivable. Potassium iodide, Ki, is often touted as a cure-all. It is not. It blocks the thyroid from absorbing radioactive iodine-131. It does nothing against cesium-137 or strontium-90. It does not repair DNA damage. Take it if available, but do not assume it makes you immune to gamma exposure. Sanitation within the shelter is critical. Do not go outside to relieve yourself. Use a bucket with a liner and a lid. Waste products from a contaminated person may be radioactive. Seal them. The first 24 hours are a test of discipline. The silence outside is deceptive. The air is glowing with invisible energy. Your instinct will be to run, to check the damage, to find others. You must override this instinct. Stay behind concrete. Stay behind earth. Minimize movement to conserve oxygen and calories. Wait for the decay. The world you emerge from after 48 hours will be fundamentally different, but you will be alive to see it. If you break protocol in the first 24 hours, you are simply a walking corpse, waiting for cellular failure. Secure your perimeter. Check your supplies. Wait.